National Football League brings us to the Southern Hemisphere and the historic up on tap here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the LA Chargers. His guys ready to get this one going. Across from him, Charger head coach Jim Harbaugh. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Game number 2 on this year's NFL schedule. Happy to have you with us. The Chiefs, the Chargers, underway from Brazil. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And, of course, number 1, trying to win the game today. But for him, it's always about Super Bowls, trying to get back to his 4th consecutive run. Fell short of the NFL's first ever three-peat in the Super Bowl last year. He wants to avenge that loss at the end of this season.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run again with Hunt. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Gain of 4 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs.
Here's Mahomes to throw. This is caught. And the Chiefs are going to be set up for the 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the run.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Understandable we're going to see some of this first game of the year in a penalty.
Yeah, we are, and don't forget the emotion of it all as well. I mean, they've been building to this crescendo the entire offseason, so we maybe see some of this in the early part of the game.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished. accomplish, points on the board.
Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And when you see Justin Herbert, all you think about is he's easily one of the most talented quarterbacks in the NFL. He can make every throw, knows how to think his way through every game. And now, the regular season success needs to carry over into the postseason.
Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 20-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
21 more yards.
Here's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
4 yards on the pickup.
Herbert back to the air. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Chargers first down.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Herbert running left off the option. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Hampton will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive goes a full 80 yards and 10 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one out to the 35. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
At the 35-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Tui Pelotu. Showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now Mahomes gives to Hunt. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got it at the 15. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And the Kansas City Chiefs.
Now Mahomes. That's complete right around the 8. Well, the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
So they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, but that last one hurting them a new set of downs.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
It's a loss of 1.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
At the 2-yard line.
Again, it's Hunt. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. So a big sack for a loss of 4. It brings up 4th and goal.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Butker's kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll start it out with a run by Hampton. Now that's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Chargers.
Play action. It's Herbert. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Herbert off of play action. That one complete to McConkey. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. They'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. Stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home.
Brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Harris is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's now third and goal.
Herbert now. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston from a yard out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 8.
Chargers 14.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game. The one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming down and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
That's a gain of 7.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On the play. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Now it's Mahomes again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air. Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line.
And a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Now here's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Kansas
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
It's second down.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. So a tight one so far. 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hanson at our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. Gets past one man. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going to have that result.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And they've got to be thrilled with the situation they've inherited here. Thank you, defense.
Thank you, indeed. They set them up with a short field ahead of them, and now they've got a good chance to strike quickly and take the lead.
A 7-yard pickup.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. 7 yards there and a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They run again with Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Benjamin St. Juste there on the stop. Here now, 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Kareem Hunt, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
They were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Godden, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And they were ringing him down a couple of yards shy of the 30. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, Really, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, it's Hampton. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
2nd and 7.
Throw outside, completion to Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Charger territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mahomes quickly complete out wide. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd down at the 40.
Mahomes going to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Handoff up the middle. Hunt. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15.
The tackle by
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chargers 17.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 7.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Butker's kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out,
They had to punt it away, this time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. On the give, this is Hampton. Shifts past him. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Herbert. Throw out wide is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This one finds McConkey. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. We'll work inside here. Hampton. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 27-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. That is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
For the field goal.
The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Here's a toss right side for Hunt. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good.
Incomplete.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit, and then you not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Give here to Hampton. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Herbert now. Over the middle and caught by McCarthy. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Here's Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. And here he'll get it down to the 7. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Now it's Herbert. And he's got it. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A gain of 6.
Here's Herbert. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Dicker. As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Chargers 21.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Now Mahomes. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes is going to run the option left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. To throw is Mahomes. A quick throw, but incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. That is caught. The Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Chiefs, they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.